By 2006, we were expanding our offices at the Tri-City Port District, thanks to Dennis Wilmsmeyer and his team. If you look closely, you'll see the cordless handheld phone that we all shared, with a flash button for 2 whole lines. Sales had surged over 300%, and for every $1 in donor support, we delivered 9 in impact. 2006 also transformed the lives of young girls in Ghana. They were learning under a Dowa Dowa, where rain and lizards falling from the tree would regularly disrupt class.
Even though the building is not complete, we're looking at 3 girls already doing their studies in here.
I promise on my honor.
Together with Whole Foods Market, we stepped in and built the first public junior high school for girls in the entire Upper East region. By 2019, Lawrence Apalase heroically brought power to our school after the government of Ghana repeatedly failed to meet its promises. Female literacy soared from 5% to 95%. And today, hundreds of girls have graduated from the Nyargadooni Girls' School, many testing among the brightest in the country. In 2007, during a presentation to law students at Washington University, scientists led by Armand Rondriana Nasolo of the Missouri Botanical Garden shared frustrations about how poverty was forcing villagers to destroy Madagascar's fragile forests. Professor Chuck McManus introduced us and our partnership was formed. Mahempe is used to weave baskets. The marsh, where it grows, is home to endangered flora and fauna, and villagers were pulling it up by the roots to plant rice. But today, it is grown as a cash crop thanks to the basket market we provide. As Madagascar thrived, Uganda had its challenges. Money was being sent, but Director Thomas Bakayita wasn't sending baskets. That put me on my first plane to Uganda. I was alone, trying to figure out how to confront a thief in a foreign land. Thomas tried to deflect his crime and use my heart, telling me he named his twin girls after me. His tactic didn't work. After I had extracted all the information I needed out of him, I met him at the Fang Fang Hotel. I asked the hotel's armed security to be on standby. I chose to confront Thomas in the restaurant, where bushes and fences would make it much harder to run. After 2 tense hours, I had his full confession. In that moment, I had to decide how we would handle thieves and pirates. I chose grace. I gave Thomas 1 year to repay the stolen funds or face charges. I set up a Ugandan bank account despite not knowing the language or anyone in the country. Then the job came of finding a new director and restarting operations. I was led to our artisans by a woman who had helped Thomas find weavers. There, I met Grace Nasali. Despite what little money Thomas had paid them, artisans like Grace were doing relatively well. I then kneeled before them and made a vow that our organization would defend their dignity. Looking at these images of Grace's success now is painful. Just a few years after these were taken, I would stand in that same spot in solidarity with her children, mourning her unexpected death. The businesses she started with her prosperity wages continued to help support her children. Several are running successful businesses of their own, demonstrating the sustainability of our emerging model. Thomas's theft forced us to develop procedures for tracking transactions in mostly cash-based economies. Today, our Artisan and You platform incorporates multiple layers of loss prevention, significantly reducing the risk of theft. Did Thomas ever repay the money? No. So I sued him for damages in the Mango District Courthouse in Kampala, Uganda. Now, I didn't do it to get money. I did it to set a precedent for all future leaders and to uphold my promise to defend the dignity of our artisans and their families.